Are you starting out in Schedule 1 and not exactly sure how to get things going? Today we're going to be going over my favorite starter setups in the first 3 properties. The Motel is the first property that you're able to acquire. It's a solo setup because you can't actually hire any workers here. It's super small and close quarters, so there isn't a whole lot of room for any kind of serious operation. There is some room for a few grow tents, a packaging station, and some storage racks. We have our packaging station with the 5 grow tents. We have our medium storage rack with some seeds and some soil. We have another large storage rack on the wall for packaged product and excess buds. It's a tight space, but it can work. It's not terrible for the early game until you get the sweatshop unlocked. This place is definitely not my favorite property, but it can get the job done. I wouldn't worry too much about speed grow or fertilizer at this point in the game. The whole point of this property is to get the sweatshop unlocked and give Mrs. Ming her $800. It's really not the worst thing ever. It's not a crazy grind. Next up is the sweatshop. The sweatshop's the first property that lets you hire an employee. My advice is a botanist. 8 pots per botanist makes this a pretty productive little operation. Our pots will be going into the large storage rack on this back wall. You will have to package this yourself because, again, there's just one worker here. I throw my packaged product and excess bud in this large storage rack in the corner just to keep the main rack empty for the botanist to fill. In the small rack, I keep some soil, some fertilizer, and some seeds. And then this is the main supply rack for the botanist with soil, fertilizer, and seeds. I highly advise sticking with the sour diesel in this property due to the 10% addictiveness rate that it has over the OG Kush. The sweatshop is pretty automatic as long as you keep the storage rack full that the botanist gets her supply from, and as long as you keep the destination rack pretty empty. That way she's constantly putting product in there. This place honestly isn't that bad. Moving on to the bungalow. This property is fantastic and one of my personal favorites, even including the barn and the docks warehouse. It allows you to hire 5 employees, and the automation here and the potential is actually pretty crazy. So with this, we're running a 6 chemistry station crystal setup. We have 4 chem stations in the front room with 4 lab ovens. The chem stations just feed into the adjacent lab ovens. The 4 lab ovens are then going to feed into the storage rack in the corner. These 4 product shelves are then going to supply each one of those chemistry stations in this front room. This is how I laid the beds out. I wasn't entirely sure how to do it. In the back room, we have 2 more chem stations and 2 more lab ovens. The 2 storage racks here are going to have products supplying those 2 chemistry stations. These 2 lab ovens are going to feed into this storage rack. One handler should look something like this, pulling from one of the supply racks into a chem station. Then the other 3 routes should strictly be the packaging station. From the first set of 4 storage directly to the packaging station. From the second set of ovens racks to the packaging station, and then from the jar rack to the packaging station. And then the back shelf is going to look something like this because that's where the packaging station is going to feed into. I can drop a tutorial on this whole setup if you guys want me to. Just let me know in the comments. This is actually one of my favorite builds in the game because it doesn't require a lot. You just have to refill the shelves every few in-game days, and that's pretty much it. Just start small, and when you're ready, go big. This game's a ton of fun, and once you start unlocking more workers, all of the setups and stuff get pretty crazy. I'm getting close to 200 hours so far, and I honestly don't plan on stopping anytime soon. If this video helped you out, hit the like button and consider dropping a sub. I'll keep dropping guides and builds as the game updates. I'll catch you guys in the next one.